Flicker of a flame in a broken mind. Shadows crawling where the truth won't shine. Blood on the ink, silence in the screams. Welcome to the edge of your darkest dreams. Scrolling through the wreckage, faces on the screen. Another name, another ghost caught in between. Sirens in the distance, echoes in the night. The facts get buried where the fear ignites. We chase the story, truth or myth. A cigarette burns where justice sits. Headstones and headlines, digging through the dirt where the dead still cry. Whispers in the bylines, truth don't sleep and the lies don't die. Dust in the frame, cold case heat with a soul to name. Steel in our voice, fire in the tone. We bring the buried stories home. Lights on the tape, blood on the wire. A cold world burns in a baby raw fire. Headstones and headlines, digging through the dirt where the dead still cry. Whispers in the bylines, truth don't sleep and the lies don't die.
Everyone, happy Friday. I hope everyone is doing well today. I was surprised to hear that the grand jury failed to indict Bullhorn Betty. I honestly thought they would have indicted her and she would have to go to trial. I didn't think, however, that she would get any jail time. But it's interesting. It's interesting. So we are going to go over a live that she did. Well, it looked like a TikTok that she uploaded. I'm not sure if it was a live or not. In any case, she talks about, that all charges were dropped, blah, blah, blah. She's now going to organize a search in Tennessee. I haven't listened to the whole thing because I wanted to give a true reaction to what she says. But I just don't understand why they didn't indict her. And then I just have a couple of other stories that we're going to look at. There's a new TikTok trend, which involves fire. And then I have a story about squatters who ended up having a slumber party with the owners of the house they had overtaken. So just a couple of things to talk about after good old Betty. So thanks for being here, Ninja. I think you had a live scheduled for this morning, maybe. I did see the notification, so I'll have to check that out. Jingles, thanks for being here. Cuddle, good to see you. Hey, SoFlo, where have you been, SoFlo? I haven't even talked to you in a little bit. Yeah, I haven't been going live much, but I've been doing a lot of shorts, which I really like doing. And I can get more stories out, and sometimes it takes a little bit longer to make the shorts because I have to splice and move things around and kind of make it flow the way I want to. But the last short I posted was a Lady Gaga one at Coachella, and I am obsessed with her performance there where she did Poker Face. It's a checkers board, and I don't know, just the theatrics and the lighting, the choreography, like everything just came together, and it was just incredible. So life has been lifing too much lately. Yeah, I get that. I looked today. So state exams are in 5.5 weeks. And we have a total of 23 school days remaining. 23. And then it's summer. Well, it's not summer break for me yet, but the kids have state exams. So I'm super excited. It's gonna fly by, but it'll be good. It'll be good. And hopefully I will find a trial or something to follow once summer break starts. I know I did see today there was a new photo apparently that was released of Brian Koberger, a selfie that he took where he had like this hood on and he was looking very sinister and serious, but I haven't been able to check that out yet. But that trial's been a long time coming, and I truly hope that the families get the justice they deserve for their loved ones, because it was 22, so it's going to be 3 years, going on 3 years that this happened. So definitely some interesting things happening there. Yeah, so we're gonna Dateline tonight. I don't have cable, so I will not be watching it, but I can catch it on Hulu tomorrow. So I'll probably check that out, because it's been a little while since I've looked at the case. So I did watch a couple of videos yesterday. There was one from, I think it was ABC News, and there was another one I watched just to kind of, see updates and things. But I feel like everybody and their brother is going to be covering that trial, and I won't be able to cover the entire thing because by the time, it starts in August, well, it's supposed to start in August, I go back to school at the beginning of September. So I wouldn't be able to give myself to the entire trial, and I just feel like I'd want to do that. So a lot of new stuff releases. They released a new video. Oh, I thought I saw that the new video of his car, it kind of showed him kind of circling and like going, it almost looked like he was going, like he went up and then he turned around and came back. It's interesting that they're releasing this stuff. I don't know. I just feel like they would keep a lot. I mean, unless it's being leaked, but I feel like they would keep a lot of this until trial, because I don't know. That's just me. Hey, Just Irish. So we're gonna get started. And I'm sure some of those other channels will say, "Oh my God, she only had 18 people in her chat." Well, guess what? 18 is better than 0. So there's that. Okay, Jingles, the 3-point turn they talked about in the beginning. Got it. Okay. YouTube TV? Okay, so does YouTube TV, they have all, like, the networks? I haven't even looked into it, so hey, Sinner, thanks for being here. Pluto TV has Dateline for free. See, and I also have, I have Paramount Plus. I don't know if that has anything like that on there, but I don't even use the Hulu I have. So, all right, we're going to get started. This won't be a very long live because I think Betty's live today was only about 15 minutes. So, we'll just take a look at this, and then I have those couple other stories, and then we'll wrap it up. Can you? Absolutely not, Jingles. Nope. They will take down your live pretty much immediately. I feel like it, I don't know if it would result in a strike for your channel, but they would definitely take your video down. But I don't know. Hey, Seclusion, how are you? Yeah. All right, so let's take a look at old Bets. I haven't watched her in, gosh, a long time.
Give me a second. There we go. Hello, my beautiful people of YouTube. It is so nice to see you. I have been asking for days to find out what the results of my grand jury. I will be honest with you. I'm not going to lie. Hey, Chica. Hello. It's nice to see you. So, long story short, as you guys know,
right, because it went to the grand jury, I believe, this past Monday, which was the 5th. Yeah, the 5th. So it has been several days, and I've been checking the court website, and they hadn't updated anything that I was able to find. So I'm glad that Betty got the letter.
Know the routine about what happened in court. We've been screaming corrupt county for a really long time. They've been trying to railroad me in my avocation for the Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers case. And we've been going through here, and we're like, how in the world is this going?
Yeah, the green screen, I mean, it's pretty bad. I mean, and it could just be Betty, but I've noticed even with others, it's bizarre.
Going on? How in the world is this going on? Then I was arrested for speaking, for the love of Christ, literally speaking on my channel from the state of Florida, and somehow that was a violation of law.
So we all know it wasn't just from speaking on her channel. It was following people. It was being a nuisance. And some may see it as harassment. She was harassing them by deliberately going onto their property to put a poster on a utility pole. So, I mean, maybe it's not direct harassment, but it is harassment. Like, there's no reason for her to be there. But, and then it was hashtags, it's, delusions of grandeur here.
In Tennessee, for me speaking, I'm surprised they didn't require me to stop breathing, right? This is a national interest case. Hashtags do not notify people. I have never been around these people. I've never contacted these people. I've never asked people to contact these people.
Well, that's not necessarily true, Betty. You did contact Mr. Proudfoot. Yes, you did. You left a message and you played it on your live stream. So that's not necessarily true. Oh, and it's interesting. She said, I've never asked people to contact these people.
Yet they're trying to say because I hold a show that because I hold a show that is contact to them. Well, apparently everybody must be blowing their entire phones up so much so they have to turn these phones off, you know? So here it is.
Oh my gosh, that is
right here. No true bill. No true bill. So when they had to present this case to...
So actually, I thought she was going to read it, and it is kind of small, but I will read it the best that I can. The purpose of this letter is to advise you that the Sumner County Grand Jury issued a no true bill regarding the above styled charges that were, that were bound over to the May grand jury. Therefore, no further action will be taken on these charges, and you will want to notify your client that it will not be necessary for her to appear in court for arraignment on May 23rd, 2025, as indicated on the appearance bond copy attached. Okay, and that was dated today. Ugh, Ninja. Beats him seasoning his tofu with the salt of his tears. Sinner says, I've been saying all along that's how this... Oh, that's how it would end. Tennessee has bigger fish to fry. I thought maybe a fine. I mean, I don't know. I thought it would be something, but we don't know what was presented to the grand jury. It may not be what we know. And I'm sure they had... I've never been on a grand jury, so I don't know, procedures, things like that, but I'm sure that they had certain criteria that they had to meet in order to indict, and in this case they didn't. And for those creators that were almost giddy with excitement that she was going to be indicted, she wasn't. She wasn't, and I'm actually surprised.
No true bill. No true bill. So when they had to present this case to actual people instead of their ecosystem of corruption, no true bill. This did not pass the... I was not indicted. There is no...
And I did look up no true bill in Tennessee, and just as for all of us to know, because I didn't know what that meant, in Tennessee, a no true bill returned by a grand jury means the jury found insufficient evidence to charge the defendant with a crime. This essentially means the case is dismissed and the defendant is free from prosecution on that specific charge. If the grand jury doesn't find probable cause, they return a no true bill, meaning they believe the prosecution doesn't have enough evidence to proceed. A no true bill essentially dismisses the charges and the defendant is free to go. The Tennessee Administrative Office of the Court states that a no true bill is one of the reasons a person can file for expungement, which is the process to remove a criminal record. So Betty, if she so chooses, could request that her record be expunged. Interesting. Hey, Jersey, how are you? Little crouton must be rather soggy by now as well. Oh my gosh. She's the Teflon bullhorn. Hey, Curious, how are you? Thanks for being here.
No indictment against me. The only thing they were able to do was railroad me while it was in their control, and when it was outside of their control, we had a win. I did not break the law. I've never broken the law. I've never broken the law in the freaking state of Tennessee. I haven't even gotten a blessed speeding ticket. Never seen these people. Never tried to interview these people. Never stalked these people. I posted a blessed sign of their missing child on a pole. hardly the crime of the year in light of a child being gone and missing and disappearing from their house, but they wanted to change the station. They wanted to make this a distraction. They wanted to blame Betty for everything. And at the end of the day, I didn't break the law. I haven't broken the law.
That's not true. That's not true. Just because the grand jury didn't indict her, it doesn't mean she didn't do something illegal. It means there wasn't enough evidence to proceed. There's a difference, in my opinion. Because we've seen, I've seen it before. Someone has committed a crime. There's evidence of said crime, yet there wasn't enough evidence to proceed to trial. There is a difference, Betty. There is a difference.
I've never violated a protective order, and I don't have any reasons to have that protective order in place. So for all the people out there, oh, by the way, JLR and I kept trying to tell you that everybody says they have these sources because they play the odds, right? 90% of everything that goes before the grand jury is indicted. 99.9% of just about everything that goes before the grand jury is indicted. I personally...
Is that true? Let me look that up. What percentage of cases that go in front of grand jury are indicted? Oh boy, Google doesn't even have an answer for that. Oh, okay. So here it is. She's actually correct. Federal grand juries indict a very high percentage of cases, often exceeding 99%. In 2010, federal grand juries brought charges in over 99% of cases, with only a handful declining to indict. Well, that's federal. She wasn't federal. She was county. Percentage of county cases. Okay, here we go. In general, a high percentage of cases presented to a grand jury result in an indictment. One study showed that 95% of cases resulted in indictments. Another source indicates that federal grand juries indict 99.99% of the time, suggesting a strong bias toward indictment. So she's right with the 99.99%, but that is for federal grand juries, not county grand juries. Because I don't believe her charges were federal. I believe they were county charges. So she's got the right numbers, just not for the right I lost my train of thought. The right place, I guess. The correct level of court system.
Personally believed I was going to be indicted myself because 99.9% of all cases that go before the grand jury are indicted. So he played his odds. He didn't have a source in Sumner County like he says he does. He never has sources anywhere. When he gets these sources,
But you know what? People ran with what he posted. They ran with it. It was like a perfect troll. He just, JLR put it on his page. Oh, somebody got indicted. And people ran with it.
Unknown sources, like I tried telling you, they're all made up sources, okay? He does not have people just like these yahoos all out there for the last 2 days saying, I was indicted, I was indicted, I was indicted. And here we go. No true bill. The proof is in the pudding. So much for their unknown sources in the courthouse. So everybody that said that they had unknown sources in the courthouse, you know damn good and well they were full of shit, because they don't make this type of mistake. They played the odds because 99.9% of all cases before them are indicted. But the problem here is these people cannot testify under oath that they've ever seen me, that I've ever contacted them, or they've ever heard me tell somebody to contact them, because I've never done those things. And I am very, very thankful right now that this did not pass the grand jury, that they were actually paying attention and they actually saw this for what this is, a pile of shit. And Sumner County should be embarrassed.
And grand jury, to my understanding, grand jury proceedings are confidential, correct? Meaning if you wanted, if someone in the public wanted to get like a transcript or a what's the word I'm looking for? Not a statement, but like a summary of, you know, what they found, why they decided what they decided. Confidential, yes, that's what I thought. Okay. Yep. Hey, Marie, how are you? Yes, no, she was not indicted. She was not indicted. Hey, just another patriot. Good to see you. Like an opinion. You know what I mean? Like, you know how the judges, like, they'll give like an opinion of the court where, especially during sentencing, they'll kind of give their opinion. With the Supreme Court, they'll also do like an opinion. But yeah, yeah. But if they're confidential, then that's not going to be out there.
Absolutely, utterly embarrassed. But this doesn't stop. The protective orders are still in place, and we still have appeals that we have to win, which now...
Oh, okay. So I did see that on the court website. I think there were 3 charges that were in appeal. Let me just go there right quick. Yeah, 4. So there are 4 appeals still open. One of them... Okay, so those are the order of protections. Yep. So I'm curious when those will... when that will come back. Oh, do you say right quick too, curious? Well, that kind of sucks. Her confidence is going to go up. I think it's going to empower her to raise the bar. I think she is going to... Hang on. Alexa, stop. I think it's going to just make it get way worse, because she's on a high now. She's on a high now. Yeah, emboldened. That's a good word. I was thinking lunatic. The name is kind of similar. Yeah. Oh, you do say right quick. Huh. Interesting. Yep.
Now we know the appeals are winnable. So there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If we're going to get ahead of this, we're already ahead of this. We just need as much as we can. If you guys can donate to my Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, we still have an appeal that I have to get through.
Okay, so this is where, so Sinner had sent me a message earlier that MGL was live going off on Betty. And I do have that uploaded if we want to watch that. It's only like 5 minutes long. This is what Molly was referring to, because Betty's like, you know, I have my Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, you know, GoFundMe, blah, 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 all these things if you want to donate money.
I've already reached out to my attorney, the attorney that's handling the appeal, and let him know this information. So we are on go now, and we're going to be getting through these appeals as much as possible. This is a great end to the week right before Mother's Day. This is a breath of fresh air. Finally, we get a win in the right right column. I'm just, for the life of me, can't figure out how somebody can go into a county, never break a law, and still get arrested in America in 2025. If I had not have personally witnessed it and gone through it, I would never, ever, ever believe it would happen this day and age. But we have seen what corrupt counties can do when you are an outsider and they don't like your commentary. This has cost me a lot, not only to my reputation, but it has cost me a lot to me financially.
I'm not sure it cost her much in the way of her reputation, because this is what she's known for. She's known for creating chaos and havoc and just being like not normal, just over the top. So, and I don't know if anybody else is noticing this, and if you haven't, and I apologize, but the fact that the green screen is making her hair look like it's green is like very distracting to me. Very distracting. Did I miss? Yeah, nobody has been able to beat her. And she has skirted every charge she's ever gotten. With all of her long list of charges, she has not been held accountable for any of them. It boggles my mind. You know, that someone like this can, you know, who's actually done these things, doesn't have to answer to what she's done. But then we have Mr. Patel, who I will have an update on that case. I'm not going to do his update during this because I don't think it's, I think he needs to have his separate live. But anyways, where he is being accused of kidnapping when it's clearly known he did no such thing. He didn't even attempt to abduct a child, yet he spent 6 weeks in jail. No bond. But then you have someone who visibly did these things on a live stream and nothing happens. It just makes no sense to me at all.
Financially, to my channel, to everything that I've had to go through because of this nonsense. They can all kiss my white breaded ass. Fuckers.
Wow.
Okay, now that I got that out of my system, we are now able to move forward. I'm not in fear of going to jail anymore.
That's funny. I want to watch that again.
White breaded ass. Fuckers. Okay, now that I got that out of my system, we are now able to move forward. I'm not in fear of going to jail anymore. And it's time to get out there and start searching for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. I will be scheduling a search at my earliest possible convenience.
Wow.
I've got a couple more little things we've got to work out, and then we're getting out there. And I say we start working for.
No, I don't think I'm the first to break the news. I haven't been online at all, but MGL was live, and I didn't see the beginning of her live. I just started watching when she started yelling about Betty getting off her ass and getting a job. So she may have mentioned Betty not being indicted, but I don't think I'm the first one. I mean, I'm not sure how long ago Betty's live was, but I don't think it was recent. Yeah, it's been over a year. She won't find anything. Yeah. I know, Jersey, and thank goodness I don't even think he should have been, the charges need to be dropped against Mr. Patel. Like, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And the update in his case that I will talk about, I think I'm going to do a short on it, actually, because I think it's important to get out. His attorney is she wants his accuser to be investigated because that woman made false statements against this man. And I do believe in Mr. Patel's case, it was because he was of Indian descent. I think it was racially based. And that's really sick.
From Portland all the way back down to Hendersonville. That's my personal viewpoints. But everybody that's been on here using this, manufacturing this, providing this illusion.
Thanks, Marie.
Providing this illusion, then having me arrested and sitting on here acting like I've done these horrible things when all I've done is speak. Everybody can kiss my white breaded ass. Freedom of speech is still free here in this country. Oh, thank you, Smiley. God bless you for that. God bless you for that. But like I said, again, we are no longer, there's no longer a little dangle over my head. Bullhorn Betty did not break the law. Bullhorn Betty has not broken the law in flipping years. In Sumner County, the people that did this, Lisa Byington, all of you, y'all can kiss my white breaded ass. How dare you do this to anybody? And let alone somebody with a public platform such as myself that does this every single day for a living, and you try to tell me that I'm not what I am.
So my question would be, Betty, if you're doing this, if this is what you do for a living and you're making money, right? I mean, I would assume it's enough to pay the bills, make a decent wage, yet you're asking for money. I mean, I get it. You have legal fees and things, but you kind of brought this all on yourself. Brought it on yourself.
I could be anything under the Constitution. I'm not under one hat. I'm an activist, an advocate, a searcher, a commentator, a news organizer. I'm everything. Don't label this woman.
A news organizer? Like a news organization?
Don't label this woman, because while you're sitting there labeling me,
she just labeled herself. So she's saying for others not to label her, but she just labeled herself an advocate, an activist, a searcher, a news organizer.
I'm running circles around you. Just saying, justice prevailed. Amen.
I know.
God bless you guys. Michelle gifted a Bullhorn Betty membership. If you received your Bullhorn Betty membership, don't forget to tell Michelle thank you and welcome to this crazy family we call the Coffee Club. I hear the inside as I love. Grab your straitjacket in your padded room. Welcome aboard, Penny. Wow. And Patty says, congrats. Win, 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 win. All.
So now instead of I know she's still the coffee club, but she's now saying welcome to the asylum. What?
Day long. It is a win all day long, and we're very thankful. B Tim is dumb once again. Congratulations.
It's like so distracting.
All these people are dumb. They can paint the illusion, but when it comes down to where the rubber meets the road, they're always missing a tire. I'm just saying. So I thought we'd come. I just found this out myself. Hell, I didn't even have this. I tried to look all over to find out what was going on. This was all informed to me, and other people have it. I got to tell you, social media rocks, because social media content creators had this letter right here before my attorneys.
Wow. So somebody did break the news. Somebody broke the news to Betty. And it had to have been, I'm guessing her attorneys are in Tennessee. But that's interesting. I wonder who Betty found out from.
None of my attorneys have this yet. So, just to let you know. I don't know how, but they do. But they do. So maybe they should have tried to come up with something more convincing than hashtags, which we were said over and over again is not a form of contact. Exactly. Absolutely 100%. Congratulations, my beautiful.
And I mean, now that I think about hashtags, I mean, unless you deliberately search for a hashtag with your name or whatever, it's not going to show up. Whereas if she was tagging them, I feel like that's different. If she was tagging them in every video, then that would be indirect contact. Like, okay, I'm tagging you because I want you to see it.
Oh, thank you, The Real Me Too. Thank you. Fantastic news. Amen to that. And, Turtle Boy is also controversial. And I got to be honest with you. I was not a Turtle Boy fan and everything like that until my case. And I realized now, granted,
and I remember that. I think I actually have a video when I was reviewing Betty a lot. I'm pretty sure I have a video of her talking about Turtle Boy. Let me see, Turtle Boy. Let me just look that up. Although I don't know what I would have called it. I'll have to look it, but I'm pretty sure I did do a video about that.
Still think he went overboard following people to games and stuff like that. That's a little more than I would have done. But in all fairness, I probably would have followed somebody to a hairdresser or a restaurant. And I still don't think that it's a criminal offense if you're there for news gathering purposes. But either way, one thing that they said in the Massachusetts case is that he is a journalist. And I think that that's important because we are journalists and we have every single protection that every single journalist, mainstream media and all have. And it seems so easy that law enforcement, as well as the state attorney's office, have forgotten that and need to go back to school. And lastly, follow the damn laws. None of this would have been going on right now if Judge Ron Blanton would have followed the damn statutes. I was afforded 5 days. They gave me 48 hours to get there from Florida. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. If he would have followed the damn law, none of this would be going on right now. Absolutely none of this. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. E crying past.
48 hours is plenty of time to get from Florida to Tennessee. And I say that because you can drive from upstate New York to mid-Florida in less than 48 hours. And that's even stopping to sleep at night. So, yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Who else do we have? Fantastic news from Speary Mystic. Thank you so much. We have Elizabeth. Congrats, baby. Or Betty, we stand behind you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Hold on a second. I appreciate that. This is
Jersey. I don't really know much about her relationship with Mr. and Mrs. E. But I mean, she's said things about them and I wonder if that's why she's saying I never told anybody else to contact Sebastian's family, because on one of her live streams, this was months ago, she said that she had the E's get license plates for her, photos of license plates. And I actually went into their live around that time and asked them directly, is this true? And they said, no, that is not true. So I don't know why Betty said it, but she did.
It's been a long time coming. I got to tell you, this hit me so much all at once, so quickly, that I haven't even had an opportunity to really, take it all in, because I've just been fighting and fighting and fighting so much against this lawlessness and this failure to follow their own laws in the state of Tennessee, in this one county of Sumner County, Tennessee, which is where Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is. And if they keep getting all the investigative work related to me in my case wrong, well, how do we feel about them investigating Sebastian's case? And that's how you have to look at it. Like, if they truly believe half the horse shit that Chris and Katie were peddling to them, if they believe that, what's the hope of ever finding Sebastian? Because it's like the blind leading the blind. It's like the blind leading the blind. So again, the grand jury did not bring back a true bill. They did not indict me. I'm glad to hear that even the most corrupt counties can't get past their own grand jury. All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys eat that up. I've got a lot of work to do today. I heard about this, and I just wanted to let everybody know that the good guys won in this case. The good guys won. So rock it out, your coffee beans out. Don't forget to be fearless. If you see something, say something. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And until next time, please be safe, but more importantly, kind to one another. God bless you guys. And remember, the good guys did win. And thank you for those last two super chats. Who were they from? They were from Priscilla. Thank you so much. And Chica, thank you so much. God bless you all for being here. And thank you for all of the love and the support. We'll see you soon.
Okay, and just for future, please don't mention the names of well, let me rephrase that. No derogatory or disrespectful comments about the parents of Sebastian. There's plenty of channels that allow that kind of speak. I am not one of them. So Lunatic, I don't know about why they're calling Chris Edgar, but I know that they're calling Seth Sean because when Dog the Bounty Hunter first came, well, I don't want to say came on the case, but when he got involved, he referred to Sebastian as, not Sebastian, I don't remember how he referred to him, but he referred to Seth as Sean. So they call Seth Sean because that's what Dog the Bounty Hunter did. Yeah, and it's, I don't know, just call him Seth or call him Mr. Rogers. All right, so that is it for Betty. So actually, we're going to listen to MGL. It's only 6 minutes. 6 minutes long. We'll just take a look at this and then we will look at the last 2 stories that I have for us. All right, let's see. My gosh, don't rock it out with your coffee beans. I'll put that stuff away. I know. Does anybody remember what dog called Sebastian? It wasn't even close. And how disrespectful. You're saying that you're going to advocate and assist in this case and you don't even know the parties' names? Like Christian, thank you, Marie. Not even close. Not even close. Oh, somebody said Nicholas or Christian. Okay, I don't know. Either way, it wasn't Sebastian. Okay, so this was Molly's live from earlier, and I happened to just catch a little bit of it, and I did rewind because I had heard that she was yelling. And she did say something in here. I did laugh. I thought it was funny. But this is her, I believe this is her reaction to Betty's live stream. So Limey says, you graced if I pop in, you chats and keeping it sweet and always 0 insults to any in this chat and only way I roll. Yeah. Hey, SG, what's going on? For a long time, I wasn't kind about the case I was following. Mean. Oh, okay, so for a long time, I wasn't kind about the case I was following. Mean, rude, and disrespectful creators. I've changed my ways. Well, when you know better, you do better. So that's what I say. Okay, so I will give earbud warning because there's one part where she does get a little hyper and she does yell, like she's yelling. Let me get to the right screen.
Unlike Betty, okay? I have people that want to be around me and celebrate instead of people around me and issues that I've caused that are poisoning my soul.
Glow.
And poison.
Yes, Glow. She avoids trial. So the grand jury failed to indict her. And the no true bill I had looked up earlier means that if she so chooses, she can request that her record be expunged. Why does she not look anything like this picture? I believe, well, I'm not going to say what I believe, but I think age for one. Age is for one, and, maybe some cosmetic things. I don't know, though. That's just assumption. I know, Glow. That's what we're saying. She has not had to answer to anything in her life. The appeals are still in play though, and there's 4 appeals going on based on the court website. but I don't know how that's gonna play out either. Pookie, he's in surgery. Oh no. Well, keep me informed. I did see that you sent me a message. But definitely keep me informed. Oh, Sinner. Oh, Molly, you mean, Sinner? I honestly believe she uses an AI image that I made of her for a video. I mean, if it makes you look good, then why not? Why not?
My every moment of thinking, this woman has no peace. She probably needs sleeping pills to go to sleep. She probably needs a bottle of vodka to go to sleep.
Oh dear.
Come on. Anyone that's sitting there thinking that Bullhorn Betty's got this great life, are you kidding me?
Oh, thank you, KCG. Nicholas. So dog called Sebastian Nicholas and he called Seth Sean. So that's where those two came from. I'm not sure about Edgar. I don't know where that came from for Chris. I meant Molly, not Emmy. I didn't even see what you said. Oh, I see now. Okay. Oh, she admits she has work done. Okay, so then I don't feel bad assuming.
The way that she's
Hey,
laughing,
Joe.
all the crap that she's gotten herself into, dude, why don't you just move? Why don't you just leave Florida and move to friggin' Tennessee? She's a racist. She's lonely. She's broke. She should be doing better than she actually is. Her little constituents, the people that she grew with, had to leave her in the dust and do their own friggin' thing. And guess what? I'm sure that they're doing fantastic now. But Bullhorn Betty is not doing well mentally. I think that she needs a break. I think that she needs a hard time out. And I've always said, I don't know if jail's really the good thing, but I do think she's already in jail.
I mean, and you never know. I mean, she could be in her own, her own prison. And I do feel that she is too invested in this case. Although I was shocked actually to see that she was covering the two little kids that are missing from Nova Scotia, Canada, which I wanted to actually check out her lives. And then, oh my gosh, the young black girl who was what is her name? I don't remember her name, but I believe it's the girl that was found deceased in a abandoned home, or the girl is still missing. I can't remember. Like I said, I haven't watched this lady, Betty, in a while, but I am glad to see that she's talking about other cases. But now I think that now that she's not going to trial, she's going to go 100% back to Sebastian. That is going to be everything she talks about. Hey, Nevada Gal, thanks for being here.
What is the difference between being physically put in a jail where you're just sitting there with your thoughts, or you're at home and you're worried about everything under the sun and you have no peace? I don't think that there's a whole lot of difference. Right?
Oh, thank you. The Sullivans. Yep. Those are the little kids, right? And let me just go, because that girl's name is going to bother me that I don't remember her name. Is it Kanaya? For some reason, I have Kanaya in my head. Oops. Nope. Stop. Pause. just look quick. Okay, so yes. So thank you, Limey. Lily and Jack. Oh my gosh, what cute names. Lily and Jack. So that's the Nova Scotia case, which everybody seems to have picked up to talk about. Janiyah McMichaels. That's her name. I wanted to check out that case too, just to see about her. That is not the girl that was found in an abandoned house. So that I was mistaken about.
But that's Bullhorn Betty. Okay? So, I mean, I have a little bit of a bone to pick, and I don't want anyone to take this personally that has, done, what I'm about to say, but the fact that I just talked to one of my Patreons and she played a video in the background, and Bullhorn Betty to this day still has the nerve to say, I got a long way or whatever.
Yes, Seclusion, the girl in Detroit. And I've actually been listening to because her dad, oh my God, I don't even want to say the details.
She said with
sorry, Molly. It's so horrific and disgusting what this dad did to his own daughter. And to leave her in that abandoned home, just it's appalling. Absolutely appalling. And I remember during one of my lives, I believe it was actually somebody in my chat had said, hey, have you heard about this case? And I said, no. And so I looked it up and we listened to some clips about it. And then turns out it was her own father. It's awful. Nazariah. Yep. And just awful. Ugh, I can't even think about it. It's so disgusting.
these legal bills.
That's
your problem, sister. That's not my problem. That's your problem. You want to put out your PayPal and your Cash App and your Venmo and your this and your that? Excuse me, but we have somebody in the community who's got a son with stage 4 cancer, and it came on real quick. And you have the nerve to come on here and beg for fucking money when somebody's son suddenly got cancer in a matter of fucking months? Totally healthy one day. Stage 4 the fucking 8 months later. It's absolutely fucking unreal. And you have the nerve to sit there like a pig and say, I need money. I need money. Get off your ass. Get off your ass and go get a job like everybody else.
That's the part. That's the part she said. And I mean, she has a point, but Betty believes that, this is what she does for a living, and clearly it's not helping pay her appeal bills. But thank you, Seclusion. That was Nazariah. I have to think about it. I want to talk about her because it's important. Yet the details are just, it's awful. And for her, I believe she was living with her grandma. For her grandma to come home and find what she found, I cannot. Okay. I'm going to just rewind that a little because that part, I just thought that part was so funny. So, Glow, according to Betty, the appeals are still, the appeals have to do with the order of protection. So, according to Betty, they are still going through the appeal system. And I just got a serious case of deja vu all of a sudden. Wow.
And you have the nerve to sit there like a pig and say, I need money. I need money. Get off your ass. Get off your ass and go get a job like everybody else. If you are too mentally deranged to go get a job, you need to get on disability. I wonder if you already are. Because I really don't think that channel is in you. I don't think that monetization is in your name. I really don't.
And a lot of people have said that since I've started, or when I first started reviewing Betty, they believe that the channel is in her mom's name, not her name, but that is to be discovered.
I think that's coming and going through someone else. Just saying. Easy, don't bother. Put up Tiffany's GoFundMe for her son. They need it more than I do. I don't have legal bills up my ass. You want to know why? Because at one time I was true crime. And I can sit here years later and say, I can go into a courtroom and defend myself. And I always do. And I come out the winner. Don't call yourself true crime if you can't even stand up for yourself. I'm not giving to anyone's fucking bullshit.
Hey, Nanny, how are you? Thanks for being here. Yeah, Limey, I call BS. Betty got a pass from a grand jury and more or less rubber stamped for a conviction.
Bullshit.
Whoa.
These people are going to drain everybody. Are you kidding me? Most of the people that watch us are home because they are on disability. They are on a fixed income. We don't have friggin' old money. We don't have old money watching us. We don't have multimillionaires watching us. And if we do, they come in and then they friggin' leave when they see that there's so many lowlifes, right? Too many lowlifes. And they're like, you want to know something? Yeah, I got to go. Screw you. I don't want to hear it. And for Bull and Betty over there to be acting like everybody should be giving money to her, oh, because she's standing up for herself. I'm this big martyr. Oh, I'm the victim. I'm the victim. Be careful playing the victim, sweetheart. I'm going to give you some more free advice that you're not going to take. When you play the victim over and over and over and over again, people start getting sick of it, okay? Because when you play victim all the time, it comes off across as you.
I do. So Seclusion says this lady would do well as a cattle auctioneer. I do have her sped up. So when I screen recorded, I believe she was either on, I'm pretty sure she was on 1 1/4 speed. So she wasn't necessarily talking this fast, but she was talking pretty fast.
You being completely dependent on self-victimization. And then people think, okay, you're always constantly throwing a freaking pity party for yourself. Why is that? In comparison to what everybody else is going through, she doesn't care what other people are going through. We know that, right? We know that. She doesn't care. Why would she care? Why would she care what anybody else is going through? What does she care if anybody in this chat is quadriplegic? She'll take their last $5. She doesn't care. And you will get nothing in return. You want to know something? I know what these people are making. None of them. How many of them have done an actual charity? I'm talking like a real charity where they don't make any money at all. There's no super chats. There's no memberships. There's no anything. And it just goes straight to the charity. No BS.
Oh, and that's as far as I clipped. That was as far as I clipped. All right. So Ninja says the one that had toilet paper and roller skates and household products on her wish list. Can someone get me DoorDash? Interesting. Yeah, Cuddle. Yeah, that's enough. So I just thought I would play that because it makes sense why she was saying what she was saying, because she was going off of what Bullhorn had said in her live stream. So I have two last stories for us. This is going to be a little bit shorter than my usual live streams. The first thing that I've got is I saw this yesterday, and it's a new trend. Oops, wrong screen. Hold on a second. It's a new trend, a new TikTok trend, where kids set laptops on fire. So before, years ago, it was stealing toilets from bathrooms in schools, stealing paper towel dispensers, eating Tide Pods. I'm trying to think of the some of the other, quote, challenges that have circulated the schools. But this one seems a little bit more dangerous. Well, Tide Pods are pretty dangerous. Stealing toilets and paper towel dispensers from bathrooms is criminal and could possibly be dangerous. Hey, Judy, how are you? Yeah, Judy. Yep, she sure did. She was one of Betty's colleagues. Yep. Okay, so Marie says, I watched her fundraise. She shut off monetization while having all donos go directly to St. Jude. I remember that. And that was wasn't that about the time that she had her channel taken down? I feel like it was. Wait a minute. I have the clip when her channel went down. Hang on a second. I'm going to try to find that. Because I was watching her and all of a sudden she was gone. It was about a year ago. Maybe it was a short. I think it was a video. Oh my gosh, I've done so many videos. Let me see. And I don't remember what I titled it. That's the problem with having creative titles, is that I can't just like search Molly and it'll come up. Because I'm trying to think how long ago it was that her channel was terminated. I feel like it was at least a year. Okay, Marie, she had multiple fundraisers that were transparent by having money go directly to the organization. And that's the way to do it. That is the way to do it. Have it go directly to... I mean, and her channel was big enough where she could do that. I would love to do things like that, but my channel is not big enough to do fundraisers. Through YouTube, I should say. I can always drop links and things like that. Okay, I don't think it... Oh, no. So here's one I did. That was 2 years ago, so Molly was still around. I didn't clip her very much, but I did get a couple of... Oh, right here. Here it is. It's members only. That's why. Let's take a look at this. This was back on... Oh, April... Wow, 2 years ago. April 4th, 2023. April 4th, 2023.
and fuck the chocolate. I want more time with Jordan because I don't really like the Backstreet Boys as much.
And I thought it was me.
I mean, I love Because
I went back. Nope. Done.
I love Because well, I mean, love all. But
that was the day. That was the day. Her channel was terminated. Yep, I knew I had it. Oh, thanks, Marie. I appreciate that. Nanny says, we used to wet toilet paper and throw it on the ceiling. Oh my gosh. Oh, KCG says, Anne just having a complete meltdown over the BHB papers and thinking they might be forged or fake. I don't think so, because the bottom thing that Betty showed, hold on a second, because some of you came in late. Let me just go back to Betty's real quick. Because she shows it. Here it is. Okay, so let me just share this. So this is the paperwork, and it's hard to see because I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. So I don't think it is fake because down here, this is a definite receipt right here, her bail. And I mean, anybody can check that this is real because it was, it was copied to the court clerk. So I don't think it's fake. Yeah, lunatic. Same. I don't think she would fake papers and be so cocky knowing it might come back. I mean, it's verifiable. I mean, to me, it looks legit. It's especially the A1 City Bonding Company. This definitely looks like a legit receipt to me. I don't think it's fake. That's just me. All right, let me get back to our TikTok video. No, I did not coddle. The father charged for daughter's school shooting. I did not hear about that. There's so many news stories though. Like I just, especially this past week, it just seemed like there was so much going on. There just wasn't enough time to talk about all of it. Judy said, just here resting for a few until I have to finish getting dinner done and everything else ready for, is it Shabbos? Oh, the ice bucket challenge though was, that was to raise awareness, but cold water isn't going to hurt you too bad. Oh my goodness, Judy. When I was in school, it was stealing the flag and tossing those huge firework things down toilets. Oh my gosh. That does seem dangerous. All right, I just want to see if I missed any. Judy, have a good one. Have a good one. I'll be around for sure. Oops. All right, I'm like way behind in chat, so. Yeah, I'll take a look at that because I mean, I have some time. Oh, what is going on with my, oh, because I made, now my thing is too small. Hang on a second. Why does it make it little like that every time I, see if I put it back. Nope, still little. I think I was because I was messing with it. There we go. Okay. All right, so this is a new, so it says viral TikTok trend appears to show students attempting to set laptops on fire. And it's clearly in school because these are school desks and school chairs.
It's the disturbing TikTok trend putting kids in danger in classrooms across multiple states. A growing number of videos posted to TikTok and other platforms in recent days, appearing to show kids sticking school supplies like pencils and paper clips in their Chromebooks, sparking electrical fires and...
Wait, did that just say 0.26 GPA average? See, this is why I don't like... I gotta find a different way to do my slides because Google's just not doing it.
Supplies like pencils and paper clips in the...
Oh yeah, 0.26 GPA activities. You got that right. It's not very smart to... Like, what? That makes no sense. No sense.
Their Chromebooks, sparking electrical fires and releasing toxic smoke. One incident at Connecticut's Newington High School forcing an evacuation.
It became clear that the damage was done intentionally, that it wasn't a malfunctioning Chromebook, but rather a student had intentionally done things to it that caused it to smoke and eventually melt.
Thankfully, no one at the school was injured, but the town's fire marshal, DJ Zordan, telling us it's not just the fire that poses a threat. What is the potential danger these students might be putting themselves and others in?
There is a risk of electrocution.
Oh, Shaba. Okay, so it was OT, so I thought it was pronounced differently. Shabbos is the Sabbath. Okay. And then Eid. Eid is next month, correct? Am I right?
Depending on what you're inserting into these laptops. If there's a fire, it's producing toxic smoke. We don't want people breathing that stuff.
Or wait.
The lithium.
Never mind. Eid is for Islam. I'm getting mixed up.
Batteries are volatile. So if it does explode, there's a potential that you're going to injure people around you.
At least 2 other schools in the state also reporting Chromebook fires.
The hallways filling with smoke. We went in and ended up finding a laptop in a classroom that was pretty much out but on fire at one point.
Great. Yeah.
The trend popping up in classrooms from coast to coast. Last October, a school district in Washington posting online saying a student started a Chromebook fire with a pen.
You know, but my thing is, how is it that easy to start a fire or to just put something in? I'm guessing that's like the USB port or something. Like, it shouldn't be that easy to cause something to start smoking and melt.
There's no one clear reason why students are doing this.
That's pieces of lead. What in the actual? That's lead for mechanical pencils. Oh, this person has a 0.5 GPA. Like, they think this is funny. This isn't freaking funny.
Clear reason why students are doing this. One of the videos simply reading, quote, anything but work. Zordan says parents have to educate their children on the dangers involved.
Talk about this. Explain the hazards so that way we can try to prevent this from happening.
Tonight, a spokesperson for TikTok telling NBC News these videos are not exclusive to their platform and saying search terms like Chromebook challenge have been blocked. Google, which makes the operating systems for Chromebooks, did not respond to our request for comment, as school administrators now promise to crack down on the students responsible.
For a student who would do that deliberate destruction of school property, they will have a very serious consequence.
And Rahima Ellis joins us now on set. So Rahima, let's pick up where you're.
And I'm just going to pause there. So I was just Googling because I'm like, what is happening? So this is from New Jersey. Teen charged after laptop fire at New Jersey high school, believed to be part of TikTok challenge. A 15-year-old student is facing charges after a laptop caught fire outside a classroom in what police suspect was part of a social media challenge trending on TikTok. The fire was reported at Bellevue High School on Passaic Avenue around 9 a.m. Thursday and prompted an evacuation. Responding officers and firefighters discovered a charred Chromebook computer positioned outside the building. Police say a staff member found the computer emitting smoke and removed it from a classroom while students and staff were evacuated. Authorities say they believe the 15-year-old intentionally put the lead from a mechanical pencil into one of the laptop ports as part of the social media challenge. The teen has been charged with arson and criminal mischief. The new trend on TikTok involves sticking metal objects into ports of Chromebooks, causing them to start smoking. You see in a lot of the videos when the laptops start to smoke, and then once the battery starts to fail, you'll see kind of like turbulence, smoke pushing out in like a rapid pace. And that puts the battery in what's called thermal runaway. At that point, the batteries are just going to continue to overheat to the point that it could explode. Fire officials say even if it appears the laptop has stopped smoking, there is still a potential for danger. What happens with lithium batteries? They'll reignite. Most people don't know that. So they'll bring it back into the house or we'll put it away, think it's okay, and then hours later, we'll have a problem. The dangerous craze has prompted police and fire departments throughout the tri-state area to share warnings, not only of the potential dangers, but the potential consequences too. We don't want to put students at risk. We don't want to put our first responders at risk responding to a scene that they really shouldn't have to. So the message is, parents, please watch your kids. There are serious implications for doing something wrong like this. The police chief added he doesn't believe this was done in a malicious manner, but says teens aren't understanding the ramifications. TikTok has taken action and has blocked the search option for Chromebook fires and other similar searches. That is bonkers. Oh, and they had a video. Oh, let's take a look at this. Oh my goodness gracious. Let me rewind. They're probably going to say the same thing I read, but I want to see like pictures of it. Joe says, I have very little faith in today's youth and our future leaders. I mean, and the thing is though, like I get the fire chief was saying that he didn't think they did it maliciously or with ill intent, but anybody knows when there's smoke, there could be fire. I mean, at least you should know. God forbid someone seeking for more nefarious intents on a far bigger scale discover this as well. I know a lot of schools do charge for damage. This was years and years ago. We had a student who punched a window, and it has the metal grate in between the two panes of glass, but he punched the window so hard that it did crack, and his parents got a bill to replace it. So okay, Lemmy says it's static because any explosion I used to work with dangerous chemicals and can explode anytime. That's the reason we do not use our cell phones while pumping gas. makes sense. This is like, okay, thermal runaway can happen with a cell phone and a TV. And my sister had a friend who years ago, they had, I think it was an iPad. They were charging an iPad, and it caught fire. And thankfully, I believe it was her husband was sleeping downstairs or had fallen asleep downstairs and smelt the smoke. So he was able to get it out of the house, but it's scary. So scary. This is nuts.
Your piece left off. An investigation is ongoing. Ultimately, what sort of consequences could these students be facing?
Interesting you asked that question because the Newington Public Schools sent out this message to students and parents.
Oh, what am I
across
doing? We were going to watch that video. I'm sorry. I'm getting so distracted by chat. Let me go back to where we were. Oh my goodness, Emmy. Get it together. Get it together, Emmy. Okay, we're back. After this ad. I mean, why not have a TikTok challenge where you pay it forward or you do something kind for someone?
Of a brand new TikTok trend. It just led to a 15-year-old in New Jersey being charged with arson.
Yeah, police say a student at Belleville High School purposely put a metal object into their laptop, causing it to short circuit and start smoldering. It easily could have burst into flames, putting everyone at the school at risk.
Police say the student did it after seeing it on TikTok. Eyewitness News reporter Janice Yu is live in Belleville with the story. Janice.
Well, Liz and David, the Belleville fire captain and chief actually showed us that laptop that went up in smoke yesterday. It has been in a bucket with water for 24 hours, and you can still smell that strong burnt smell. So you can only imagine what it smelled like in that classroom as it was actively smoking. And fire officials say if it isn't treated properly, the risk for fire can continue long after the smoke has died down. Have you heard of the Chromebook challenge?
Yeah, I saw on TikTok.
It's a new trend on TikTok, sticking metal objects into the pool.
And I mean, I get
consequences.
Oh, shoot, I was trying to pause it and I ended up fast forwarding it. I mean, I guess a lot of kids, the majority probably use TikTok, but I'm sure that they're also sharing it in other places too. But I don't know, like I wouldn't say, oh, hey, look, there's a challenge where you stick metal objects into a Chromebook to see if it'll start smoking and short circuit. I mean, it doesn't seem very smart.
Challenge?
Yeah, I saw on TikTok.
It's a new trend on TikTok, sticking metal objects into the ports of Chromebooks, causing them to start smoking. Belleville police are using this video that was posted online as a part of their investigation into what happened at Belleville High School.
There's no fun to this. It's all dangerous.
First responders were called out to the school around 9:15 Thursday morning to find smoke coming out of a Chromebook. Another video that's being used in the investigation shows the scene inside the classroom. Students and teachers had to evacuate the building.
I was pretty mad actually because I was taking the AP stats test and it got canceled because of it. I have to wait 2 weeks now to retake it.
So there you go. And that's the thing. Like here, this kid was taking AP classes. There was a test and it was now canceled. He has to wait to take it again because of these idiots trying to be, you know, get 1 million views on TikTok. It's so stupid.
That could have probably caused a bigger fire than there was papers all around the place in the video.
Authorities say a 15-year-old student put the lead from a mechanical pencil into one of the laptop ports, and he's now charged with third-degree arson and criminal mischief.
You see in a lot of the videos when the laptops start to smoke, and then once the battery starts to fail, you'll see kind of like turbulent smoke pushing out at like a rapid pace, and that puts the battery in what's called thermal runaway. At that point, the batteries are just going to continue to overheat to the point that it could explode.
Fire officials say even if it appears the laptop has stopped smoking, there is still a potential for danger.
What happens with lithium batteries, they'll reignite. Most people don't know that. So they'll bring it back into the house or they'll put it away, think it's okay, and then hours later they'll have a problem.
This dangerous craze has prompted police and fire departments throughout the tri-state area to share warnings, not only of the potential dangers, but the potential consequences too.
We don't want to put students at risk. We don't want to put our first responders at risk responding to a scene that they really shouldn't have to. So the message is, parents, please watch your kids. There's serious implications for doing something wrong like this.
Well, the police chief does point out he doesn't believe this teenager did this maliciously, but teens are just not understanding the ramifications of their actions, of following things that they see on TikTok. Live in Belleville, Janice Yu, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Oops, pause. Okay, now we'll go back to the other one. So Lunatic says, I always buy the insurance every year. My kids go down from one thing or another. Oh my goodness, Lunatic. When my daughter was still in public school, the same boy started 3 different fires 3 different times and never got in a bit of trouble. It's one of the many reasons I homeschool now. Oh my gosh, Slimy. Ugh. Yeah. This is an insane trend, 100%. Some minor are going to see this and stick a fork in a live plug socket. It blows our minds. Or they'll put aluminum foil in the microwave to see how fast the fire will start. Or like just, ugh, it's so stupid. So stupid.
District, letting them know this is extremely serious and that there could be very dire consequences for these kids who are engaged in this, but not just the students, but their parents. These Chromebooks cost about $400, and they're saying that the students and families would be held responsible if they can see that the particular student was connected with this. In addition, the fire marshal who you saw in our piece has determined that this was intentional. As a consequence, they have a responsibility to report it to the police. They're investigating and say, if needed, there will be criminal charges filed.
There should be.
NBC's Rahima Ellis. Thank you.
Hold them responsible.
Tonight of former.
Thanks for watching.
I mean, hold them accountable for doing what they're doing. SG says, I'd be interested if the parents had to sign papers guaranteeing school repayment before kids went to school. Parents might teach kid not to do it. Usually, at least I can only speak for the district I'm with, they have acceptable use contracts where it gives a whole list of things you can do and things you should not do. And there's usually a damage clause and things like that. So I think if schools don't have those types of agreements, they probably are going to start having agreements between the school and the student and parent of the student or guardian, holding them responsible for any intentional damage. Because, yeah. Hey, Vernon, how's it going? Yeah, I had brought that up, the Tide Pod Challenge. Because I had said, this is dangerous. But then again, Tide Pod Challenge was dangerous. That would be interesting, Burden. Makes me wonder if this could have stemmed from 764 related networks told to claim it as the, quote, new TikTok challenge, recognizing how influential trends on TikTok can be. Interesting. Okay, Pookie, here it would have to be paid before going to prom or graduate. That makes sense. I mean, there's got to be, in the one case in New Jersey, he's being charged criminally. So, I feel like that hopefully is a huge wake-up call. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah. He has a lithium bomb on his hands. Yeah. And they don't, some of these kids probably don't get it. They just want the views. I mean, there's kids who think they're going to be TikTok influencers. Like they're going to have 1 million, they want 1 million views and 1 million subscribers. And it's like, there's people who, I mean, the TikToks they're doing, I don't see them getting that many views, but you never know. You never know. But I'm going to look into that more, that TikTok challenge thing, and maybe do a live on like all of the TikTok trends or challenges that have occurred through the years. And I mean, I don't know, there's got to be better trends, like these dances that people do, and just, I don't know, just seems like a lot. All right, so the last story I have for us is one that I wanted to share the other day. See, and now my thing is small again. What the heck? Why does it do that? I gotta get this figured out. I'll just do it like this for now. This is a story that I wanted to share on my live earlier this week, but we ran out of time. And so this, I mean, squatting is a huge problem, and I can't believe how many states do not have laws prohibiting squatters from taking over properties, specifically properties for sale. This is a case where a man was selling his home, and when the real estate agent went to show prospective buyers the home, unbeknownst to them, there were squatters there. And the squatters refused to leave. So the owner decided to move in with them. So, yeah, because he was hoping if me and my friends and my family move in, maybe they'll move out. Well, he was wrong. Oh, gross, Limey. I forgot about that. Oh my God, who was it that licked the ice cream? Was it Ariana Grande that went in and licked the ice cream and then put the top back on and put it back in the freezer? I think it was Ariana Grande. I totally forgot about that. Like licking, ugh, God. Yeah, like what? People are nuts. That might actually be a really fun live, kind of to get away from the like terrifying, horrifying, sad, tragic stories. Just kind of look at, I mean, these can be tragic and, horrific, but a little more lighthearted, I guess. Oh my gosh. Yeah, people, I don't know.
Chicago man says he did the unthinkable when he discovered alleged squatters in his property. He decided to move in with them. Marco Velasquez is the owner of this Southside property, which is on the market to be sold. He says his realtor came by with a potential buyer, but there was already people inside.
I couldn't believe it. It was like a nightmare.
Velasquez says a woman named Charmaine and her boyfriend Codero moved in, claiming they recently purchased the property. He says the couple showed police this mortgage document, but Cook County confirms they don't see this mortgage on record.
And I don't understand how, and there's no law against this here. So homes are for sale, which I've seen it happen before. I mean, there was one story not long ago in California, this huge mansion, squatters had, taken over there, or there was one that they were having like a big party, a bunch of people arrested. I don't understand how this is legal for someone, if they move into abandoned, a house for sale, can't make them leave. Like, get out of here. Ooh, what is happening?
Velasquez's realtor recorded this video as the couple explained to police they had a right to be there.
Y'all bogus right now. I listen, bro.
He says police told them under Illinois' current law, they couldn't remove anyone.
I said I'm not moving out, and I said at the one point they gotta leave. They gotta get tired of us being in the property. I called a couple friends, stay overnight, and I knew they were not gonna like that.
So you're telling me that you and your friends came in and moved in with them?
Yes.
Velasquez says he, his wife, and their friends got a few. Hey, I'm Good Trouble. Thanks for being here. In relation to Bullhorn Betty, yes. According to her, the order of protections are still in appeal, so they have not been dismissed, so to speak. Air mattresses and spent the night with the alleged squatters.
We stayed in the living room. We were watching all the time the door. They stayed in one of the bedrooms.
The next morning, he says he realized they were not budging.
They're like, oh, well, we want $8,000.
Velasquez says they negotiated. He had the couple sign a cash for key agreement, and he paid them $4,300. Can you imagine? These people, you own the home, it's on the market to be sold. These asshats move in, these squatters move in, and they then demand you pay them in order to leave. So you negotiate, and in order to get these people to leave, you have to pay them over $4,000, a cash for key. Like, get out of here. This is ridiculous. And I'm pretty sure Illinois may not be the only state that allows this. $4,300 he paid for these people to leave a house that wasn't even theirs. To leave.
We wouldn't want to give them money.
Yeah,
but we heard, really bad
bullshit.
stories about squatters taking over properties 6, 8, 10 months, even a year.
Velasquez says weeks later, a CPD detective called them, informing them that one of the alleged squatters is the same woman accused of squatting in Marcia and Carlton Lee's home after leaving his property. In the Lee's case, Charmaine Powell Gillard was arrested and charged with burglary, forgery, obstructing identification, and criminal residential trespassing. In the meantime, Velasquez says he's working with a detective, and he hopes action is taken in his case, too.
I heard stories before about squatters. I never thought it was going to happen to me.
The accused squatter, Charmaine Powell Gillard, said claims that she is a squatter are false and unfounded, and wrote, quote, innocent until proven guilty. We also reached out to her alleged boyfriend, Codero, but have not heard back. CPD did not confirm if they are currently investigating this new case, and no one has been arrested or charged in this case. Okay, I'm going to just look up this lady, Charmaine Powell. Oh, here we go. Woman accused. All right, let's go over here. We'll take a look at this for a second. So it says, woman accused of squatting in Southside home arrested. Oh, these freaking ads. Go away. Arrested, charged with burglary, forgery. A woman accused of squatting in a Chicago home has been arrested and charged. The development comes after an ABC7 I-Team investigation and exclusive interview with the frustrated homeowners. The I-Team has been covering alleged squatting cases for several weeks. The Southside case got a lot of reaction from ABC7 viewers. A Chicago couple called the I-Team for help after discovering a stranger and her family moved into their home claiming to be the owner of the property. Now, that woman has been arrested and is facing 4 charges. They finally got these people out, homeowner Marcia Lee said. It's been a month since Marcia and Carlton Lee have been inside their Southside property. They called the I-Team in early April, claiming a woman named Stacy, her family, and their dog moved in and wouldn't leave. The couple said when they arrived with police, the woman inside claimed she was the new owner and had so-called mortgage documents to prove her purchase. The couple said police wouldn't arrest the woman because it was a civil matter. But after doing some digging, the couple said they got a call from a CPD detective
informing them they'd be taking a closer look at the case. I knew the ID was fake, Marcia Lee said. I knew the documentation was fake. I'm just super excited that they finally got her out. The woman, whose real name is Charmaine Powell Gillard, was arrested and charged with forgery and burglary, 2 felonies. She was also charged with obstructing identification and criminal residential trespassing. They are gone, vacated, and it brings peace to my household. That's what I need. Their home is boarded up for now to make sure no one else can break in, but the couple let the ABC7I team inside. Lots of trash was left behind and several repairs are needed throughout the home. But the couple is relieved to have their house back and will be putting it back on the market in the coming weeks. Miss Chapman, you're good, Carlton Lee said. You're great at this. You have done an amazing job. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have gotten the calls, the help. I commend Channel 7. I commend you, Samantha. I am so elated that you helped us, that you took the chance and the opportunity to put our story out there. Last month, the woman living inside the home told the I-Team that claims of her being a squatter were false and unfounded. Powell Gillard has been released from custody under pre-trial conditions. Her next court date is Friday, and this article was from May 1st, I believe. Yes, May 1st. So next Friday would be, today. All right, let's get back to where I was. Here we go. The couple is hoping the squatter bill that was passed in the Illinois Senate will eventually become law to avoid situations like this from happening. Okay, so there was a bill that was passed in the Senate. So hopefully it will become law. So I'm going to just see news. Oh, I was going to try to find something from today. Charmaine Powell. Oh, there we go. I spelled her name wrong. That's why it wasn't coming up with stories when I hit news. Okay, so no updates from today. And the story of the man that the clip I just showed was from a couple of days ago. So hopefully, this other man, Marco Velasquez, hopefully he will also get some justice in his case. Yeah, right. Extortion. I mean, give us $8,000 and we'll leave. What? And then they came to an agreement with $4,300. Like, that's ridiculous. Oh, good, lunatic. Squatters in my state, thank God, have no rights whatsoever. And if you're protesting in a highway or a major road and you get hit, it's your fault. And the driver can sue for damages to their vehicles. We had some dangerous events that led to that law. Yeah, it could be any of us. Absolutely. Your talking picture scares me. That's a whole lot of BHB face. This was from, I think it's a short on my channel. It's called This is Screaming. So this was a long time ago, but someone in her chat came in and said, "Why are you screaming?" And Betty said, "I'm not screaming." And then they had made some other comment and she's like, "You want to hear screaming? This is screaming." And that was her face when she was, seething, saying, screaming. So whenever I talk about Betty, I use this picture just because. But the one on my thumbnail, I actually found that was from about a year ago, I think. She had colored her hair pink, which I actually thought looked pretty good on her. That literally, yeah, because she was screaming. Yep. All right, y'all. Well, that was fun. And I'm gonna look more into this TikTok thing, and I'll definitely check to see what happened to Miss Charmaine, if what happened in court, because clearly it clearly wasn't the first time she's done it. And I'm pretty sure Mr. Velasquez, his house wasn't the first time that her and her boyfriend did this to other people. And the fact that they broke, they should have been charged with burglary. Like, if it's a locked home, it's for sale. I'm sure they have one of those padlocks. I don't know if every realtor uses them, but they clearly broke into the house through a window. That's burglary. Like, you broke into somewhere you don't belong, yet nothing happens to them. It's awful. Hey, Angie. I don't know if I said hi to you. If I didn't, hi. Glow says she will definitely go too far in the future since she got away with. I agree. I think Betty is going to exponentially increase her antics. Like, she is on a high right now, and she's planning this search. Once she, she says a few other little things get in order, it's not going to be pretty. But thanks everyone for being here. I do appreciate it. For those of you who are moms, happy Mother's Day on Sunday. I'm excited. I have a Kate Spade bag that I bought for myself. I was looking at it for months on the outlet. And so finally I was like, you know what? Christmas is coming. I'm going to buy it for myself. So I did. And my mom saw it and she's like, oh, where did you get that bag? And so I told her, and so I'm like, I know what I'm going to get her for Mother's Day. Well, unfortunately, the outlet was sold out. So I did find, instead of a tote bag, because I used it for my school bag, instead of a tote bag, I found a smaller purse handbag that is the same pink sparkly pattern. So that's what I got my mom for Mother's Day. And then tomorrow, I'm going to finish my planter. I think I don't know if I shared pictures of the planter I'm doing at Ceramics or not, but he's a Highland cow. I think I did because I mentioned it and someone said, put a picture. I need to finish him up because my lemon plant is getting a little too big for the pot that it's in now. So I'm going to go there and finish my planter tomorrow, Mother's Day Sunday. So I probably won't be live this weekend, but I'm not sure if Sinner is either. I don't know if Sinner is here. Sinner, are you going live this weekend? So definitely before you leave, be sure that you hit the like. If you've made it through the live on the replay, #replay. And until next time, y'all, I will see you on the flip side.
You have one shot on stage, what you got to play? Generic drops for days, still the people rage. Am I not insane? Can you stop and explain why these drops are so lame? Is money buying you fame? I'm fucking on, I'm killing it with this song. You haters can sing along or go back where you belong. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with giving up, moving on. Cause I took your girl to prom, she can't help but sing this song. Comes off till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out. And my high harass, I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse. Till the roof comes off, till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out. And my high harass, I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse. off a 30 rack. She's so on like a light switch, flirting back. There's nothing wrong with the way that she's working that. I just want that body bad, come on baby, bring it back. I'm so gone, faded off a 30 rack. She's so on like a light switch, flirting back. There's nothing wrong with the way that she's working that. I just want that body bad, come on baby, bring it back. I rap with a passion, yeah, I got it in me. I've been waiting quite a long time for y'all to hear me. It's about damn time you put some stock into me. You're either sponsoring me or fucking bothering me. And the fact is, we just practice on this madness. That is why your status is like a canvas. Chances our advancement is enhancing, and this new expansion's like a mansion. Comes off till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out. Am I high, perhaps? I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse. Till the roof comes off, till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out. Am I high, perhaps? I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse.